Well, everybody, welcome to Crafting with Creed. I'm Creed, and today I'm going to show you how to make a really cool layered beat. Okay, I found this image online. Yes, it's a terrible. Oh, here goes that light again. Hold on. Okay, I saw this image online, and I wanted to make something for my girlfriend, but I didn't want to quite copy that image, and I wanted to make it layered. So, what I did is I remade the whole image, and I'll show you some of that, and took this boring thing and turned it into this. Okay, my paint job's not the best. Okay, I'm not the best at painting. Yes, but I made this for my girlfriend and she loved it. Her nickname is Queen Bee, so I'm gonna show you how to make that. So, all right, everybody, here we are in LightBurn. It's a laser engraving program. If you didn't know, it's the best laser engraving program, if you didn't know. Okay, so here's our image. These are our layers, okay? First layer is this, okay? It got painted yellow. And then I cut all that out. Oops. I cut that all out of a layer, okay? Put that down first. Then I put this ring down. And then I cut all this out and put it down. I engraved this into the wood halfway and then inlaid it with acrylic. But we're not going to do that on this project. The customer doesn't want that. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make this right here. Okay, so first off, I took the measurements of the circle for that. It's 10 7/8. So I just went, which is 10.875. So I went 10.870. So it'll just drop down inside of there and not have a bunch of play. Okay. So I made a circle. I'm going to duplicate this so I don't mess with my project. I'm going to take it over here and I'm going to show you how to make all this. Okay. Take that. We're going to make it a different color. Okay. So you can see it really good. All right. So, okay. I'm going to ungroup these. Okay. They're ungrouped. So I got my outer circle to the dimension I want, 10.870. Okay. This one's a little bit smaller, but that's fine. Okay, and what you do is come over here to offset and then inward, round, and pick the dimension you want, okay? I don't want it because I already did it, so I'm going to get rid of it, but that's the number I came with, okay? Then you take both of those, group them. So now they're as one together, okay? Next off, to make your honeycomb, come over here, grab your octagon, your a polygon, whatever it is, 5-sided or 6-sided, yeah, polygon, and you hit. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Just make it, because it doesn't matter if you hit it and it comes out. So you want to make that. Come up to here. Okay. Now we want this to be exact dimension. So it's going to be 1 inch wide, tab by 1 inch high. Enter, okay? So now it is 1 by 1. Let's lock that. Okay, now you go back over here to your offset shape tool. Click it. And zoom in here. To zoom in, you just roll back and forth on your wheel. Okay, and you can change your sizes here to whatever thickness you want your honeycomb. You can even change it on your own right here to whatever number you want. See, so I just went that, whatever it is. So, okay, then you take those two, okay, and then you duplicate it, right click, duplicate, and then you drag this over, okay, and then you do another one, right click, duplicate, okay, save that over here. You want to save one, so then you take these two. Now this is the important part. Okay, you would think, oh, you just line them up, butt them together. Wrong. Oh, if you have problems moving on the end, hit Control, and then I'll let you move it however you want. See, if you do it like that, you think, oh, that looks great. Wrong. Because now you have the thickness here and the thickness here, so it makes your whole picture wrong. So what you do, you hit your Control and you slide it over. Now, this is where it's a little tricky. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure you could set it up however you want. Zoom way in. You want to make sure those line on each other perfectly like that, okay? Kind of looks like a Celtic cross. So then, left click, scroll over both of them from like that, okay? And then come right over here to the bullion. Click that one, boom, now they're one. See? Pretty cool, huh? And if you mess up, just go back a step. Boom, boom, okay? You can repeat backwards as many times as you'd like. Maybe I should make this partially a LightBurn tutorial, how to make a beehive, a honeycomb. Okay, so now you take that, duplicate it again, drag your piece, zoom way in, hit Control, left click so you can move it, and then you slide it where this all lines up. Now this is kind of tedious. Yes. There you go. Okay, and then you left click, box it all like that. Hit the bullion, bullion. Okay, it's all together now, okay? And then you could take this whole thing, duplicate it, pull it out, and you could set it here. Here, we'll do that. No way did I get that perfect. Almost. You hear my dog out the entryway chewing on his tire, breathing hard. There we go. You do that, hit the whole thing, bullion, okay? So now, okay, so you don't want to just take this and just set it on that because it's not going to come out right. You need to connect this into the circle. So what you do, zoom in and set this on the circle however you want. Do it right like that. That looks good. That gives enough meat to make it strong. I would suggest making these a little thicker in your video, or I mean on your project for strength reasons, okay? So you got that like that. Take this, click it like that, okay? Now you've been hitting this one every time. Watch what happens. That's not what we want. So you just go right back out. Don't freak out. Just go back out, hit reverse, back up, come down to the second one. Boom. That's what we want. See how it opened these all up? See, so if we go to fill, see, that'll be all solid and that'll all be solid. So that's exactly what you want. So that's how you build a honeycomb. And you just repeat this whole process over and over until you get the desired honeycomb you want. Now the reasons mine are different colors is because I wanted to cut at different times. I don't want to cut the outside circle first because if the board is warped at all, it pops up and then it won't cut right. So we cut all the inner blacks first. So I went in and selected it. When I did mine, you just get right on it. Oh, you got to ungroup everything. Okay. There's might be easier. You might be easier ways to do this. I don't know. But I click that one. You hold select, and then you click the next one, and then you click the next one, and then the next one, and the next one, and then you go down and pick whatever color you want. That's so you can cut your layer pattern to what you want. So let's get rid of all this, since you know how to build your honeycomb now, and your circle. Super, super easy. Yeah. I say it's super easy only because I've done it a couple times, but when I was first learning, trust me, it was super tough. Okay. So the customer wants a few things changed in here. They don't want the I love you. So what you do is, since you're in line mode, okay, if I click on that, oh, it's already all ungrouped. So we'll just go like this. Delete. Okay. Normally this was all grouped together like that. So if I would have went that, it would have picked everything. So you want to ungroup it. Then you could pick out each piece you want and just delete it. Okay. And then we're going to take this. They don't want queen. Okay. But before we delete this, make sure you keep note of what font it is so you don't forget. It's Footlight MT Light, okay? So we want to delete that. And they want the word honey. So you come to your text, and it should remember it. Right in here, and then type honey. Okay. Oh, we want to change that. Okay. Go to there, we pick that. We want it to go to our color purple, so it's the same layer as before. And look. Go like that. Come over here, hit select. Pick the green circle. Come over here. Up to the top. Align and select. And you want to align vertically. So the honey in the circle is perfect. See, now it's centered on its own instead of you trying to figure it out. Okay, so that's ready to go. Okay, oh, I almost forgot one thing. They want to change all of these. They don't, when I did the one for my girlfriend, these were cut out and I laid green acrylic in there. Okay, they don't want that. They want to be able to paint it black. So we're going to select that one and change it to the purple because these are all being etched. Okay, select it, purple, select it, purple. Okay, now here's the thing. For purple etching, now this is a power setting. If you don't know what these are and you're getting into laser burning, you want to learn how to do this. Well, I can do a tutorial if you want on LightBurn. Shows you, they have them. I can show you how to do it. You just go into laser tools, material test, and then you set it all up. I can show you how to do it. It's not too tough. That's how I did this one. This tells you what speed and what temperatures. You must have one of these to do stuff like this, okay? So purple is 33 at 93. Well, that's a cut from before I was doing earlier. So let's say we want to change this to, we don't want it too deep. We just want it deep enough where they can paint. So let's do 500 at 40. Come over here and click it. Oop, no, that one. We're going to go 500. Tab, 40. Tab, 40. Enter. Okay. Okay. Now, if we left this like this, this would be a cut because it's on line. We want this to engrave. All these to engrave. So you turn these onto a fill, which is a raster instead of a vector. Now, yes, big fancy words, I know. But now we can go put this on the laser and cut this out. You can cut it out in any order you want. It doesn't matter. We're going to get rid of this because we don't need it. We don't want it on here. Now, if you're in LightBurn and you want to save this project, you come into Art Library, click on Art Library. See, I have it right here already. I'll show you how to do it. You just left click and pick it all. Okay, and then you come over to Import Graphic from Project. Hit Import, and then type whatever you want. Watch. Boom. Now it's in here. See? Boom. Honeybee. Okay. Now if you want this said project, just you double left click on it. Okay. Boom. There it is. See? We're going to get rid of it though. Okay. That's all you got to do. And we're going to get rid of it here too because I don't need it. I already have a queen. I can rechange it all when I want. So now we're ready to take this to the laser. Or wait, no we're not. Let's see. I know. Let's go over here to laser. Or excuse me, library. We're using Lunicab ply. 3/16. And that's what it is. 33 at 93. Okay. So 33 at 93. Let's see. We want the greens to cut at that. So assign the layer. See, now it says 33 to 93. Just change the greens to that. Same thing with the black. Okay. Assign to layer. Boom. 33 to 93. So that's what those colors are. Now, like I said before on this one, we want to cut the black. Oops. Remove that. Let's click and regroup this all together so we don't have an issue with that. Make Make sure this one's grouped too. Always group your projects because you saw how easy it was to move and mess up. If you're not sure, you hit group like I did right up there at the top. That's group. That's ungroup. Group it. Come grab it and move it. If something doesn't move, you need to do it again. Okay? Okay, so here we are on this one, right? We want to make sure the black cuts before the green, okay? So here it is up here. Black is on the top. This is your cut layer, list layer, layers, okay? So our black's going to cut before the green. That's what we want. And then when we go to do this one, we want to make sure the pink goes before the green, or the purple, excuse me. And that's what you want, okay? Now I'm going to show you a really cool trick with LightBurn. You can take and go right like this. You can grab all these. Watch this. You can hit delete. Now you send this function over to your laser. You hit send. Okay, transfer failed. I'm not plugged into my laser. I have to go. But that's the idea. Then you hit send. It goes to your laser, okay? Then all you do, you freaking out, right? You just deleted half your project. Watch this. No, I didn't. So then you grab this one. Move it to where you want. Usually I'll do them in a list like this. On my laser, I don't have to worry about the bed here. My laser goes off the dot. So if I want this image next, since I already did that one, we'll say I grab this one, I pull it out here, oop, I drop it, and then I go right like that, grab those two, delete. See? Now my project starts there. I can move it to wherever I want. See? Over here on the right, job origin. I can move that dot wherever I please. I choose to do it on the top. It's where I do most of my projects. When I do tumblers, I use right there because that's the head of the tumbler and they go this way in your bed. And it's just the way it goes. But for all this stuff, it's like that. See, and then you go back, watch. There's your object. If you have to go back 5 times to get to it, that's fine. You can do this. You can delete this. And you can do 20 different things. Add things, subtract things. And as long as you just keep clicking back, you'll come back to originally where you were. It's a really awesome feature. So let's take this out. Let's go get it to the laser. And let's go cut it. I'll see you there. All right, everybody. Here we are. We're out at the laser. Laser's there. Just so you know, I'm using an AP laser SN2816. That's a 16-inch by 28-inch bed. This goes up and down. The really cool thing about this laser is now this whole table under here is like an old trundle bed. This whole thing comes out and unrolls. You see wheels? You can roll this out and put things under here. Okay, one thing about this, it's expensive. Not gonna lie. But nobody else has an open architecture design like an AP laser. Good customer service. I need to order a new fan. One of my fans went out and I'm getting ready to do that. So I just bypassed it. It's cool. I don't run it very much, so it won't hurt. But here we go. Here we are. This is what we want to run first, right? So we're gonna select both of these, delete them. Okay, and there we go. This is ready to go. So we're gonna, I want to see one thing. Okay, so yep, still 10.870. Okay, so we're gonna send this to the laser. Okay, so I've already got a piece of wood in the laser. I already set its origin. Remember I said about the green dot? Now some of your lasers, some people have like spots, but since mine moves, see, there is no, I mean, you could do it, but I just don't. So I have a button. I pick origin, and then I hit frame. See? Make sure my project's within boundaries of it. It's good. So, isn't that exciting? See, this is something I go through and do. I go through, see this plywood has bad spots in it. That all came out pretty good. And it's not really the plywood has bad spots, it's, yeah, that came out pretty good. It's glue. See, some of those don't want to come out very well. And if you don't move your project, you're okay. But see, some of those didn't cut and they're glue spots. So the only way to get around that is to recut. So I'm gonna pause you there and just recut those parts out. I just had to show you. Every time I see these are the cutouts. They look like oyster crackers. It makes me want to have soup. We'll be back. All right, here we are. We are back. Now, my laser has a big laser bed on it. Remember, it's 28 by 16. So I can take these two images, put them right next to each other, get rid of this one, and wabamo, I can send this directly over to my laser. But I need to change the operation orientation. I want to make sure the pink etches first, then cuts, okay? So, but I also want to do one step more. I'm gonna ungroup that. I want this outside circle. Oop. I want the outside circle to be a different color because I want it to cut last. I want to make sure I cut everything in here first. So, operation orientation is pinks first, then it'll cut all this green, then it cuts the black, okay? So then we're gonna go over here, we're gonna change the color of this one. I don't care what color we go to, we're gonna change it to blue. And it's already at 33 at 93, because we did that earlier, okay? So it's gonna cut, again, pink, green, black, blue. So this will cut last, but, yeah, I wanna change that too. I wanna ungroup that. Okay, I want the outside to be a different color. So we're gonna make that orange. Go to line, okay, and then we go to library, assign to layer, boom, 33 at 93. Except for, I'm gonna do a little bit of work. I'm gonna change all my speeds here to 30 because it's still not cutting very good and I want it to cut in one shot. So, I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna put you in the laser and I'll be right back. Stuff. Not happy at all. I still have to sand the wood, so what's the point of even using it? Bad review on that stuff. Too bad I can't remember where I got it from. Well, maybe on other things it works good, but it does not work good on this wood. Wood has a lot of inconsistencies though. It's really hard to cut the first time. A lot of the times you just got to do 2 runs, which it looks like I'm gonna have to on this because I see some pieces that didn't quite fall. The eyes can see them drop just a little bit for some reason. I guess the board's always warped a little bit. By all means, folks, it's not the laser that's doing, it's the wood. A lot of people will tell you with this kind of wood you get from Home Depot has a lot of inconsistencies. And it's a lot of its glue spots. It just doesn't always cut the greatest. Sometimes you have to do 2 cuts, which is not the end of the world. We'll see here in a second. Here's a problem with the mask right now. Look at that, see it just folded over. Let a little bit of the smoke die away here. Yep, see, that's stuck right there. Yep, so we're just gonna hit it again, and we'll be back when it's all done, and I'll show you what it looks like. Hopefully by the end of this, you'll like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It all helps the channel. I'm trying to get to 1 billion viewers. No, I'm just kidding. I'll get to whatever I can. So let me rerun this, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, here we are. We have our piece out, and you're wondering why I still have the big pieces in there. Well, that's because when you go to sand, these little ones, they kind of like to break. So I kind of leave that in there to help support. Some people don't sand their stuff when they send it out. You know, I don't believe in sending out burn spots like that. So I tend to sand all mine. Makes it look a little better. Now I'm just using, I'll show it to you here in a minute. This broke on the girlfriend's right here. The antennas. See, and I like to sand these because I don't know if the customer is going to stain it, paint it, or what. So I don't like leaving a bunch of big old ugly burn marks. Okay, then you just pick it up and blow it off and grab your pieces and get rid of them. You can throw them away now. You wipe your table off. Okay, you got all your pieces here. So, that's number 1. Paint it whatever color you want. Put this piece in there. All right. Then this is your spacer. I didn't show you cutting this. I showed you making it and everything, but I didn't show you cutting it. I mean, it's a spacer. Boring. So you put that in there. Okay, well, what you'll do is, let me back this up just a little bit. Paint it whatever color you want. Do whatever you want. Flip it over. Put some glue. Only do a little bit though. I used a really good super glue. Put this in any orientation you want. Doesn't matter. That is up to you. Whatever you like the best. Remember where the top is so you don't get your B crooked. Put that in there. Okay. Don't have to paint this one. Okay. Put some dabs of glue right on there. Stick it in there. Okay. Put some dabs of glue on the top of that. Paint this however you'd like. Put a bunch of dabs of glue on that. Now make sure, okay, there's my top. And this is just a, you know, line it up on your own here. There you go. And you put some weight on this, whatever you want. Heavy on it. Let it dry overnight. And then there you go. Now you have a layered bee. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And we'll be back next time with, let's see what we're going to do. We're going to do sublimation business cards. I got to do a few for a rescue I do stuff with. The sanding pad is a Diablo pad. It has removable, see-through, wet and dry. So if you need to get these wet, you can. Both sides have Velcro. This is a softer side. That's a hard, firm side. Not very expensive. I bought it at Home Depot. It was like $12. It came with a variety pack. Came with a couple 80s, a couple 220s, a couple 120s, and then I bought another pack of 120s. And this was like $8 or $9. So not very much for these. I needed some sanding blocks. I was doing it by fingers. Fingers don't work good because when you do this, you leave 3 indentations in whatever you're sanding. You'd think you're not, but you really are. So that's why they invented sandy blocks. And like I said, these are really nice because they hook and loop together. No, I am not sponsored by Diablo whatsoever. I should be. My dog's name's Diablo. Huh, baby boy? See? Sticks right on there nicely. Look what Diablo did to his kennel. There's pieces laying in there. If you're wondering what kind of dog Diablo is, he's an 80-pound pit bull. He's a big baby though, huh, baby boys? Yes, he's just a big babies. Aren't you, babies? Yes, but he's an 80-pound pit bull. And there's his little sister. She's a runt. Yeah. And there's his tire. He loves his tires. He has one inside, one outside. He has a rope downstairs. So, goofy dog. So, there's our project. Hopefully you like it, and we will see you next time. Say bye, Rinky Dink. You can say bye. See y'all later.